Hello, theys and gentle them, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Fear the Queer.
A show that talks about everything on our queer agendas. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Josh, and I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what are we talking about today, Josh?
So, being two little queer nerds at heart here, Kyle and I are actually going to be talking everything Pokemon today.
And I wore a Pokemon shirt just for the occasion. Hello.
Hello, Pikachu.
Pikachu!
So, Kyle and I had a conversation a while ago talking about if we were a gym leader, what type of Pokemon would we choose? Or, what type of fire type Pokemon are we? So we are actually going to be gym leaders today, and we want to battle each other.
We're going to battle it out. Battle of the Pokemon gym leaders. And we both have types. I usually go for someone who is like a little bit like quieter than me. I really love big mouths and big eyes. And
so you like Jinx?
Jinx.
Oh no, Jinx is canceled. Oh no. Jinx spawns soon, maybe. But yeah, Jinx the Pokemon. I don't know her. She's not in my Pokedex.
She couldn't help it. She wasn't designing herself.
She wasn't born bad. She was drawn that way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm excited to talk about Pokemon. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like Pokemon is one of those things that has just been around for so long. And as much as I like to be like, Pokemon's for nerds, I don't care. I still love it in a weird way. I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's nostalgia. But I'm ready to rant and rave once again over something over our Pokemon because I want to catch them all.
Right.
But
me too.
Before we get to the heart of our queer agenda, Josh, what are you drinking today?
So it was funny because I found a ginger ale that was sitting in my fridge, and I was just like, ooh, I'm going to switch it up today. I'm going to drink a ginger ale for the show, but I forgot it and I don't want to go get it. So,
okay.
I still have my trusty water bottle here. So don't worry about that.
Well, we love a hydrated queen. I have my trusty iced coffee.
Ooh.
Keeping it Trenta sized. Starbucks, if you want it. Pride Month is right around the corner. Sponsor us.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers, queers. Clink, clink.
Clink, clink. All right. But before we get to the heart of our queer agenda today, we are going to do yet another segment of Can You Keep Up? In which we're going to be talking about all the hot gossip this week and if we have caught up with everything on the news this week. So, Kyle, would you like to lead the discussion today?
Let's do it. So if you have been living under a rock, you may not know this story, but we're going to catch you up with our Can You Keep Up? If you're a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, you obviously know the name Tamisha Iman, because Tamisha Iman is coming for you. And let me just say, she definitely was coming for someone. So to catch everyone up, if you have not been following the recent drama, it all started when Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange were talking about Tamisha Iman on their podcast, Sibling Rivalry. And, they end up reading queens on their looks, on their performances, but they also genuinely love Tamisha Iman, who was, on this most recent season 13. And Tamisha had some thoughts and some feelings about it. And went on Instagram Live and posted a video talking about how she is over it and is going to read some girls, Monet being one of them. So she said, get ready for Tamisha Tuesday. And let me tell you, Twitter was ablaze with Tamisha Tuesday memes. It was so funny. Like they did a thing where it was like, what day is it from Mean Girls? And it had Lindsay Lohan being like, it's Tamisha on Tuesday. And there was this big announcement happening. She's going to read Monet. There was so much drama. And then we get to it and she's on her YouTube and she's like talking about, the toxic fandom of Drag Race and how it's just being fed by people, reading each other and not being nice to each other. She called the fans minions and gremlins and pen pals
Pen pals.
and equated RuPaul's Drag Race fans to prison pen pals, which you got me, gal. So this sparked Bob the
This
Drag
was after
Queen.
Kyle's stint in prison for about 10 years. Yeah.
Yes. I was the chef in prison, let's be real. Abolish prisons. So then Bob the Drag Queen went on live, if you know, to keep it on track, to basically say, like, don't send hate to Tamisha Iman, don't send hate to the Vixen, don't send hate to Monet, and basically just, like, you know, keep uplifting these Black drag queens. And there's a lot of conversation, and I saw some people online talking about how, you know, it's Tamisha versus Monet, and oh, I'm team Tamisha, and oh, I'm team Monet. And I just want to talk about less of, like, that actually happening, because I don't really feel like it's my place as, like, a white person to be, like, inserting myself, and I really don't think that our podcast is one that we want to, like, be a drama channel, I guess, you know what I mean?
I was like, because we could not handle it.
We could not handle it. And that's, like, not my goal. I don't think that's your goal, to, like, bring drama or, like, encourage drama to be happening. I mean, I love the drama, but, like, my drama.
We're messy fags and, like, our, like, home life, but not a drama.
Right. Well, I'm quite messy. I do not pick up.
Exactly. We know.
But I just think that there's something, like, really irritating about seeing these amazing performers who are, like, iconic and legendary and every other you know, adjective in the book get so much hate and have so much drama caused because of things said or not said, and the fandom really, like, plays into it a lot. I think that the production company World of Wonder may also play into it a bit by not speaking out in support of their queens when is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other day, like, right before Tamisha went live, World of Wonder posted a thing being like, we all have mental health.
Right.
If you have mental, and I was just like, really? Like, it's like stoking the fire. So
right. But
I
also,
think
too,
just,
do you remember like when do you remember when World of Wonder posted, like, a statement before one of the episodes being like, we support our queens, we love our queens, and blah blah blah, do not send them hate. And then everybody's just like, aren't you the same company who then just posted the Tamisha versus Candy fight with, like, big red emojis being like, alert alert, fight time? It's like, you can't have it both ways, said.
No, you can't, like, you can't play into that kind of, like, nonsensical reality TV drama. And I let me just full honesty, I love reality TV. I love the drama, but it is a TV show. Like, no one should be sent hate, and I think it's getting really weird that there's just such an obsession over these drag performers as well as celebrities in general. And, like, just, I mean, we're talking about it right now because I think that, like, as queer people, it's happening within our, like, queer bubble. But at the same time, it's kind of like, why are these fans so obsessed with, like, bringing people down? Like, there were fans that hacked into Tamisha Iman's online store and like did a bunch of terrible things. Like, that's her livelihood. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not that serious. It's just drag.
Well, it's crazy to me too, because, like, I think of, like, places like Jake Yonsei, like, a YouTube channel that has become incredibly popular because it likes to stir up drama in terms of, like, this is what drag queen said about this drag queen and blah blah blah. And it's just like, isn't, like, he, like, a kid from Missouri or something like that? Like, and it's just crazy to me, like, how someone could just sit behind their computer and just create this huge narrative that affects like all their fans across the US. And it's just like, this is just some rando kid like trying to be dramatic, trying to get his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah,
it's like,
at me next time.
well, it's just like, go read a book, go outside for a walk. Like these are reality TV contestants. How do they affect your life in any way whatsoever?
Yeah, go call your mother.
Yeah.
It's really weird. So if you've been keeping up with the drama, don't send hate to any of these contestants. Obviously, we don't have to say that. It should be an obvious thing. They're all amazing. It's just stupid.
Right.
It's so stupid.
Well, it's funny because what?
I was gonna say the best part about it is like I'm entertained by, to me, like the drama of it all. I'm not entertained by like fans attacking them. Like that's stupid. Like
No.
It's just nonsensical.
No, like the Tamisha Iman network that she broadcast last night was highly entertaining in itself, in the sense that one, she had production value in her intro. It's very Tamisha.
I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her intro.
Right.
I love it.
I was gonna say, it's very much Tamisha Iman in the sense that, you know, the internet wasn't really working at first, so she's just like, God damn it, like let me get this fixed here for a second here. Very similar to how Kyle starts his show.
Every time. If we could, if there was behind the scenes footage, you all would see how difficult it is for me to get on Zoom, plug in, get my headphones working. It's just, it's still
not figured out how to work his AirPods.
I haven't. It is so, whatever. But yeah, no, it's just send love to people. I'm so sick and tired of seeing, especially within the queer community, just like seeing, just like hate sent towards others because of TV or, you know, little sound clips, just bullshittery like that. So that is one of our Can You Keep Up? I actually have another Can You Keep Up, Josh.
Oh, go on.
So can you keep up Caitlyn Jenner?
Oh, gross.
I know. Well, her. We're saying send love to Tamisha Iman, Bob the Drag Queen, Monet Exchange, the Vixen, Dita Ritz, Peppermint, all of them. Caitlyn Jenner, can you just like not? So if you are also not paying attention to the news or don't give a fuck about what's happening in California, they are doing a vote because they want to recall Governor Newsom. And if they vote yes to recall him, then they also get to vote on who they think should be the next governor. It's very similar to what they did back in the day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So this is not like that strange of a concept.
Wasn't it called like, it's like a gubernatorial election, which I think is such a great word. Gubernatorial.
Yeah. Gubernatorial. But it's like Sims like trying to be posh, like
right. We're doing a gubernatorial.
Yeah. So Caitlyn Jenner was recently asked, what do you think about trans women in sports? Mm-hmm. And she said, I don't think it's fair. Like, things should be fair. And
she said, we need to protect our girls in school, which insinuates a lot of things. And insinuates that girls cannot compete to the same level as boys, which is just an absurd concept to begin with. The fact that they're not accepting of trans identities, and also that for whatever reason, trans kids are a threat to feminism or femininity in general. And I was talking to my friend about this the other day because they were actually in my Instagram DMs, and it was right after Caitlyn announced that they are running for California governor. And they're like, and I posted something, I was just like, ew, fuck off, gross, you're nasty. And someone they were curious, they're just like, so can I ask, like, why do you hate Caitlyn Jenner so much? I know she's problematic, but like, what is it about her that's so frustrating? And, you know, you don't really have to look far. If you just type in Caitlyn Jenner's comments, like you just get like a whole list on Google of what she has said that is just berserk. But at the end of the day, I think what really frustrates me is the fact that Caitlyn benefited from this white privilege that she got as an Olympic athlete, at one point. You know what I mean? Like, they are the exception to the trans experience. They are not what actually happens in a lot of cases. So they never really had to deal with any like of systemic oppression. They never really had to deal with not being able to afford anything because they're such a huge celebrity. So they kind of were able to skate by on a lot of things, not trying to take away from like her experience as a trans woman, but mostly just of the privilege that she was able to get away with for so long that she still cannot see to this day.
Yeah.
And that is so gross to me.
It's super gross. It's very hypocritical. And it just goes to show you that like you can be technically under the LGBTQ umbrella and still not be for the LGBTQ community. It's gross. It's really disgusting, and it's just so stupid. Like it's just so dumb for her to say such a thing as a trans woman herself.
A trans woman who identifies as Republican and was shocked to know that Donald Trump did not support her. It's like, girl, what are you doing? Girl, what are you doing?
Yeah, it is such a sense of privilege that she comes from, because she is still a very wealthy white person living in Malibu.
Malibu, baby.
And it's just really frustrating to see her like do this, because it's kind of like, you've learned nothing. Learned nothing. You don't actually give a fuck. Like the I Am Kate, where she like meets with other trans people and she, you know, tries to understand their point of view, because obviously the trans experience is going to be different than a cisgender experience. But it also, if you're a white trans person, it's going to be different than if you're a black trans person, if you're a wealthy trans, you know, it's like, if you're able to have procedures done that you want to with your transition, is obviously going to be different than someone who either can't afford to or doesn't want to. It's everyone's experience is different. But Caitlyn, it's very frustrating because she doesn't see it. She doesn't care. And I think actually the larger thing that is like kind of terrifying to me is I could totally see Californian Republicans really uplifting her, because it seems as though she is, it's like a sign of, oh, we're progressive, it's diversity, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's kind of like how Donald Trump with Ben Carson, like, oh, look, I have a black cabinet member. It's like, no, he's still shitty.
Not only that, but Caitlyn Jenner is also spewing out very hateful rhetoric. And I feel like a lot of dumb people will be like, look, even trans people agree with us. Keep trans kids like separated and stuff like that. It's just like, no, no, she's not the rule. She's not, it's truly an exception to how people should be talking and discussing. And it's, I would say, I'll just
it's
say
unfortunate.
It. Don't hate.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, don't hate Caitlyn because they are a trans woman. Hate Caitlyn because she's a fucking idiot.
Honestly, I just, there's not much else to say about that, but hopefully, she just stops talking. I will say something that I do like about the California governor race is the fact that, do you know Angeline?
No.
Yeah. So Angeline is like this Billboard star who is like, and I say this in the highest respect, like a wonderful bimbo. She has like big boobs and big blonde hair, and she loves pink. And basically her claim to fame is she would just like buy billboards and put herself on a billboard, like posing. So she is also in the governor race. Well, I guess I know who I would vote for.
Right, I was gonna say, and she already had like so much publicity already with all those billboards, so she's all set.
Exactly, yeah. If you don't know who Angeline is, go ahead and look up Angeline. She is
literally look up and see Angeline on your
billboard. Oh my god, there's Angeline on the billboard.
And now, to get the heart of our queer agenda today, we're going to be battling Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. So,
Pokemon.
Pokemon. So Kyle and I were talking about, again, that if we were a Pokemon gym leader, what type would we be? What Pokemon would we have as our fronting line? Who would be our gal pal that stands beside us when they challenge us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are we going to be talking about that, but we're also going to be leaving it up to you guys to see if who would win in a Pokemon battle.
Let's ask the audience.
All right. So first, let's talk about what type of gym leader we are. Kyle, what type of gym leader do you think you would be?
So growing up, I always felt like Pokemon was like, I loved it. And I always felt like I would kind of fit into the water type because I love Squirtle. So cute. Love Vaporeon. But Blastoise. Hey, Blastoise daddy. No.
Wait.
No. I'm saying no to Blastoise daddy.
No, no to Blastoise daddy, but also it's not Blastoise. Who was the one that you could like ride across on the water?
Lapras.
Yes.
I love Lapras. She was very much serving like drag mom energy. And you know, I kind of stepped away from Pokemon as an adult. Now I'm jumping back into it because I really feel like Pokemon has become sort of like woven into the pop culture fabric of our society, much like Mickey Mouse, Hello Kitty, Snoopy. You see Pikachu and you're like, Pikachu. So,
well, I mean, they definitely still have an audience. Like, it's like now that the millennials have grown up out of like playing from their Game Boy, now it's like, oh, now we could give them like shirts to buy, and now you could have games on your phone as adults and stuff like that. And we fall for it hook, line, and sinker every single time.
And it's like, why not have fun? Why not have fun? So even though as a kid I thought water Pokemon, now there's so many more types that you can choose from. So my two types, I have two types that
Froggy and
Froggy. Yeah, my two types of men are Froggy and Rich. No.
And distant.
Distant. I do love a distant guy. I don't know what it is. I just love someone who like will not tell me where they're at or like how they're feeling, because it makes me go like, maybe there's something wrong with me. I'll unpack that later in therapy. But I think my two Pokemon that I would be Pokemon like types I would be training, and the gym I would have would be a psychic fairy type.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Psychic fairy. Okay, so what would be your primary type? Would it be fairy or would it be psychic? Like, which one do you lean into more? Because you know how like it's always like one or the other.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, so I chose that kind of because like I feel like psychic fairy is a little bit my own personality. I think I always joke that I'm an amateur psychic, but and I feel like fairy, since I'm kind of like a gay fairy, that's kind of an obvious one. I always joke that when I get a sunburn, I look like Jigglypuff with a little curl and pink skin. So I think that fairy would definitely, people would recognize that as like, oh, that's my Pokemon. That's the type I have. But much like a fairy type, even though they're cute and friendly and everyone loves them, they have very deadly hits and will come for you if need be. Hello, no one paying attention to Jigglypuff as she sings. She gets pissed. Kind of like when no one pays attention to me.
I was like, we also fall asleep whenever you talk.
I am great at putting people to sleep during this podcast, let me tell you that. So I think fairy would be my primary one. Now, psychic, however, I think I like psychic type Pokemon too, because like they're kind of like the intelligent Pokemon, and I appreciate that. And much like psychic type Pokemon, they can kind of pick up like other types like strategies and powers and stuff like that. Like there's like a psychic like psychic plant, psychic fighting, psychic fire, psychic fairy, psychic water. So there's like a lot of psychic overlap, which I like that, because it's kind of like, because much like that with my Pisces rising, well, we love a verse queen,
Right.
with my Pisces rising in my chart, I tend to get along with a lot of different kinds of people, and I'm very good at picking up things quickly. I'm a very quick learner.
Well, not your socks, but other things.
Physically can't pick up a goddamn thing.
Right.
But mentally,
But
very quick
mentally.
learner. Very quick learner, yes.
And just like all psychic type Pokemons, they tend to be susceptible to being haunted by ghosts. So
True. You know what's so funny is, okay, so if you've been listening to us for a while now, you would know that we have had shadow people in my apartment. I have not seen them in a while. At least I don't think I've seen them. I did see a few things out of the corner of my eye the other day, but that could just be me going blind. So, or because I was looking directly into a light. It's okay. Don't think it's fine. But yeah, the shadow people in my apartment are all my friends, just like the ghost Pokemon are friends to psychic Pokemon.
it's like Ghastly and Haunter are just like hanging out in your plants. Like
Those are
and
my
then
boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
love it.
who do you, or like what type of Pokemon trainer do you think you'd be?
Well, first of all, I will say I stopped playing after Pokemon Gold and Silver, and they didn't even have Fairy as a type yet. So
It's a new thing. It's a new
yeah.
thing.
So unfortunately, I actually don't even know like what Fairy's good against, what Fairy's bad against. So I am intrigued to know like how your fighting style is going to be moving forward. But so it always started back with Pokemon Red, because Red was my favorite color at one point. So I chose to pick Pokemon Red.
That was my first game too.
Yeah. And Charizard is on the cover of it, and he's like the mascot of that game. So because of that, automatically I always chose Charmander as my starter Pokemon. I had a point. What am I saying? What am I talking about? My type of Pokemon. And so
Your type of
that,
Pokemon.
my type of Pokemon. And I mean, I'm a triple fire sign in my chart. I love Charmander. So I do think that to the heart of me, my main type of Pokemon would be fire. But I do think I have the feisty punchiness of a fighting Pokemon. So my secondary is fire fighting. So feisty, packs a punch, goes to the gym, pew pew. So
pew pew. You heard it here first. Pew pew.
Pew pew. That is my
pew, pew.
That's my two types, because honestly, I don't see myself as like a rock Pokemon trainer. I don't really see myself as like, could you imagine if I was just like, I see myself as a normal trainer? Like
I mean, a basic ass normal trainer. I will say something that I kind of like, I do like are when they are like, oh, I just have like how, you know how like Ash would always have like a variety of Pokemon types. I do kind of like that. Keep the Pokemon pool open, not the dating pool. not sexy Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Hello.
Isn't it like Pokemon Yellow? That's the one that like kind of simulates Ash's experience in the game too. So like
because you get like, Pikachu
and Team Rocket's there. I was gonna say, whenever I did play Pokemon Yellow specifically, I remember I always chose the same Pokemons that Ash did. So I would always make sure that I had like a Butterfree on my team. I always made sure to have a Charizard and yada yada yada. So fun times. And I actually tried to replay some. Oh yeah, I tried to replay some of it in quarantine, but then I got impatient. I was like, this game takes too long. I'm gonna move it on.
Have you played any of the new Pokemon games?
No, I would love
the new
to.
ones for Switch. So, assistant to the pod, Brandon, has the Pokemon Switch games. I think it's Shield. Yeah, it's Shield.
Yeah.
And it makes me think two things. One, that I need a Switch, and two, I should be playing this game. It is so coming from like Game Boy to Switch is wild to me. Like first of all, graphics, duh. Second of all, there's so many new Pokemon to be discovered, and it's kind of like it's a little bit more free range with how you play, so you can kind of like go through the grass, or you can go like there's like expansion packs where you can like go into the snow or go into the mountains, or it's fun. And
that's cool.
This also isn't me like saying, oh, like, we should play, we should talk about this. It's just, and I'm not being sponsored by this.
Right.
But it seems like a fun time.
But also too, like, do you remember like when like Game Boys didn't have backlighting? So like if you were playing like at night, you would have to have like that little like thing on top of it to like be able to see.
Yeah, like the
Now
little
you could just
plug-in
play.
thing.
Yeah, now you could just play it wherever you want to do. I like it.
True. I mean, I loved playing. When I turned 9, I got a Game Boy Color, the purple one, with Pokemon Red. And because I love Red, but I was going through my water phase, so picked Squirtle, raised it to Blastoise. And then I very stupidly traded it.
You traded your starter Pokemon?
Yeah.
For
Yeah, I
shame.
did.
For shame. That is your girl.
Oh,
That is your side by side.
I still feel guilty about it.
Oh, you
Like,
should.
yeah, no, I still feel guilty about it. I traded it with when I was little with my friend Julian, because Julian had caught a Ponyta. And
First of all, it's
just to let
Ponyta.
Ponyta. Say it again.
Ponita? First of
Is
all,
it
it's
Ponyta?
Ponyta. It's like
Whatever.
you traded in for a Ponyta. What is a Ponyta?
A Ponyta. Ponyta. It's Ponyta. Ponyta. Oh my god. I've been saying it wrong for 30 years. But I that just shows you that I was quite the horse girl at one point in my life. I'd do
True.
anything for Ponyta. Yeah, so that was stupid of me. And then I ended up like getting trapped on an island, and I didn't have any Pokemon that could swim because I traded the
Did you get trapped?
Blastoise.
Oh, girl. Oh,
So
you were trapped on Cinnabar Island?
yeah, and I never went back. I never went back to the game. I just like literally 5th grade me was just like, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was very upset.
Yeah. I remember this is my dumb thing. This is what I remember my dumb memory with
Mhm.
Pokemon. So, do you remember how it in the original red version, it takes you around a map and you kind of go around this big circle and you end up back in the
Mhm.
beginning? But the reason why you go back to the beginning is because that's how you catch Mewtwo, because he's like in a cave that's like near your hometown or whatever.
Well, I never got that far, but I heard about it because
Yeah.
I was trapped on the goddamn island.
Yeah, you're like 2 steps away from where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So because you make a big circle around, like your
Mhm.
Pokemon start to grow in levels, but the Pokemon that is in your hometown is still like level 3, level 4, so they're really easy to
Mhm.
beat. And I remember I had not caught a Rattata the entire game. I was just like, oh fuck, I need to get a Rattata. Like, so because I was trying to get all 150. And for whatever, I couldn't fight it to like make sure that it was weak because my Pokemon were so strong at that point. If I attacked it, it would just faint immediately. So I very stupidly used a Master Ball to catch a Rattata. And then
Well,
I couldn't catch Mewtwo because of that.
so you used the special Pokeball to catch a Rattata, and then you weren't able to catch Mewtwo. You know what? How do you feel about that choice?
I
We're gonna
mean,
unpack that. How do you feel about that?
I was gonna say the fact that I still remember that choice from like a 7-year-old kid to now, like it clearly hurt me.
It's Pokemon makes us do crazy shit.
It
It
really
makes us do
does.
crazy shit. It really
Yeah.
does.
Ooh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If you were a Pokemon gym leader, since you talked about
Mm-hmm.
and Fairy and Psychic, do you know the
Mm-hmm.
design of your Pokemon gym?
Okay, I actually was thinking about this.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like my Pokemon gym would be like, it would be like a state fair. Like you would go to a state fair. No, just hear me out. Just hear me out. You would go to a state fair, and my Pokemon gym would be like a big top tent sort of looking thing. And you go in, and it, because like the fairy types are all like, hi, woo, hee. So they would like lure you in. But
Okay.
then it would be kind of like, you know, like the creepy psychic lady at fairs and carnivals.
Yeah.
It would be like, that's like that would be me in the back, just like, you ready to duel? I guess this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh, but you ready to battle?
Right. Okay.
So it
At
would
the
be
state
kind of
fair.
like a roaming state fair, like weird carnival type thing.
And then with the badge, if they win against you, is the
Mhm.
badge a blue ribbon?
A blue ribbon for first prize. Maybe that, or maybe it would look kind of like if you're looking down at the big top tent, it would look like that, like the red and white
Oh, okay.
with like a star or like a heart in the center. I don't know. It's not like I haven't thought about these things.
That was
But
just
maybe
so
I have.
impromptu. Yeah.
It was just impromptu thoughts. What about you? If I went to uh gym leader Josh,
Yeah.
what would
So
your gym be?
mine would be inside of a hollowed out mountain. Um, yeah.
Fancy.
So the entrance of it, do you remember Aladdin, like the Cave of Wonders, and it's like the head
Of
of a
course.
beast? Yeah.
Yes.
But in the Cave of Wonders, you go down and you descend into the Cave of Wonders. If mine, you
Mhm.
actually walk up, like really far up. So it's gonna be like a long 2,000 step trail that you have to walk up to get to me. And then at
Mhm.
the top, it's gonna be a fighting ring, but it's gonna be flames all around it to do with the fire fighting.
Flames.
Yeah. So that would be my gym, and my badge, I think, would be probably a diamond. Wait, is there a diamond badge already?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Who cares? Or um a boxing glove, like a badge shaped like a boxing
That would
glove.
be cute. I could see
Yeah.
like the cave, like if we're doing kind of Cave of Wonders from Aladdin, instead of the tiger, it could be like Charizard's mouth and head going up into the Charizard. That would be
Mm-hmm.
really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be
Exactly.
really cool.
Why isn't this happening? Now I'm like really upset that I'm not a Pokemon Gym Master. Anyway,
Well, you are now. You are now. Today,
right.
we are
We are
both
living the fantasy.
Pokemon gym leaders. We're
Exactly.
living the fantasy. We both have teams ready to go, ready to duel each other
Ready to dual peep each
because I want to
other.
be the very best.
Yeah.
Dual peep.
Do you want to go through your six and see who is ready to fight for you?
Yeah. Okay. So here's my 6 Pokemon that are on my team. And some I've been thinking about since I was a kid, like, oh, I'd always have them.
Mm-hmm.
Others, as an adult, I've been looking into it, and especially for this podcast. I have a few that are new to me. But if
Okay.
you are a younger person playing Pokemon, you're probably like, oh, well, that's been around for the past 5 years. Welcome to the club. And I'd be like,
Right.
thank you for welcoming this old lady.
The
So my
Pokemon fandom is
first,
toxic.
the Pokemon fandom is toxic. Pokemon RuPaul's Drag Race, toxic. No. My first Pokemon that I would have that I've loved since I was a little kid would be
Jigglypuff.
I love Jigglypuff. That's an obvious. Jigglypuff would be like Jigglypuff to me would be like Pikachu to Ash Ketchum. Like Jiggly would always be there. She's sassy. She's my little sidekick. We love a curl in the front. And even though she's like not necessarily the strongest Pokemon, she still can pack a punch.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my first one. Do you want me to just go through all of them, or
Sure,
do you
why
want to go
not?
back and forth?
Well, I mean, I will
Okay,
say really
so
quickly with Jigglypuff, don't underestimate her because she slapped the shit out of like 50 Clefairies and they all passed out because of it. So
same. Me when I've had too many drinks at the club on the dance floor.
you're like,
Stay away from my friends. Stay away from my friends. Yeah, that's me. That's me,
Yeah.
the protector. Yeah. So that's I love Jigglypuff. So my second one is another throwback. It would be Clefable because we love like a strong standard. Like you look
Oh,
confused, Josh. Clefable.
Clefairy's like mom, right?
Like well like the evolution.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Clefairy's mom.
One thing I will say is that I always like take the evolution and I think like they're like the matriarch of the family and like the little ones. So like Butterfree is like the mom of like all these Caterpie that are running around. I don't know. That was just me when I fantasize about it.
That works, yeah.
Yeah.
So Clefable's mine because she's a good standard. She's super strong and possibly a space alien.
Yes.
Hello.
What is the story behind Clefairy again? Because aren't they like
They like come from the moon or something like that. They evolve with like the moonstone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pokemon people out there. but I think they evolved from a moonstone.
Okay.
So I'd have
Because I
Clefable.
remember.
And she's
Okay.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say because I remember that they have something that like they have like the powers of like extraterrestrials or something like that, which would be really cool.
Yeah, they're like little alien type things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense for your gym.
I mean, it makes sense. And honestly, like I love. Okay, so I love aliens. I think they're real. I'm ready. Like aliens, if you're out there listening right now, talk to me. I believe you.
It's like Clefairy.
Send us a Clefable.
Yeah, true. A Clefairy.
Give us the mama. So my third would be Espeon, which is the EV psychic evolution.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah, I love a sassy cat who is like kind of slinky and dark and can like pack a punch. So like Espeon would be my third.
Wait, why did you choose Espeon? Like out of like
Espeon?
instead of like
well,
Alakazam, you know what I mean? Like why would you choose
well,
Espeon?
Well, shallowly, aesthetically, I prefer Espeon. Alakazam just gives me like old creepy man vibes. Espeon is like a sleek kitty cat. And hey, kitty girl, it's your world. You're a psychic bitch. So if I wanted to have a psychic Pokemon, I want them to at least be cute. You can't fight crime if you're not cute. Now, my fourth Pokemon is kind of like, I didn't realize this was a thing, but now it's a thing. So as Pokemon has, no pun intended, evolved, there are different regions and different Pokemon versions that have now popped up. So there's like the Aloha version, the Galarian version, all these things. And one of my favorites, like I said before, I love horses. So I always liked Ponyta. Ponyta. I always liked that one. And obviously the evolution of Ponyta is Rapidash. But they are fire type Pokemon.
I was gonna say that's my turf.
That's your turf. So I won't come to your turf. Back on up. I won't be coming to your turf. Well, I will to battle you. True. So there is the Galarian. Am I saying that right? Galarian. You know, I say everything wrong. Rapidash,
gubernatorial,
a psychic fairy, gubernatorial Pokemon. It's the gubernatorial Rapidash. It's the psychic fairy type Pokemon. So it's like literally the merging of my two types, and it's like still has like a Rapidash body, but instead of like with like the unicorn horn, but instead of flames for the mane and tail, it's like blue and purple and like really cute, and it can do psychic fairy attacks. So like obsessed would definitely like, you know, that just plays into my whole like big top circus fantasy, because you know how they always have like the performing horses at the circus. Well, I would come out like standing on top of my like Rapidash, like, so you want to duel, like it's
yeah
like
wait yeah I'm confused though. How did it go from like a fire because
it's from a different region.
Oh, that's cool.
So like so like in Pokemon there's like the different regions, and in this particular region, the like Galarian region, it's like a psychic fairy type, just like how there's like what is it called? Oh my god, Vulpix. Yeah, you remember like the little fire Vulpix? There's like an ice version of that too,
in a different region.
Yeah. Instead of fire, it's ice. And like Slowpoke in, I think it's the Aloha version, instead of being like just a water type or something like that, it's also like a psychic water type thing. And even I think there's like an Aloha, what do you call it? Pikachu's evolution. Raichu. Raichu, there in, I believe it's the Aloha version, is like psychic electric. So like there's like an added like layer to it. They've expanded it so much.
Wow. It's kind of like when you like go to like a Hardee's in one area and then you go to a different region, it's a Carl's Jr. and you're just like, oh, it's the same thing but it's different. Interesting.
Yes. Pokemon are very much the Carl's Jr. and Hardee's of anime.
Exactly. You just different regions, different personalities.
Different
It is what it
regions,
is.
different personalities. We love it.
Yes.
So that was just my fourth. I have two more. My fourth one is new to me, old to maybe some. But her name is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aromatisse. And she is a fairy Pokemon. She's super cute. She has like fluffy little bottom. And she is a fragrance Pokemon. And you know me, I love to smell good. I wear cologne everywhere I go, every time I go out. I always have a good smelling thing on because if I don't smell good, I might as well die. Um, and you know,
What does
much
she
like
look
her,
like?
she's cute. She has like kind of like a weird beak. She's an evolution of another Pokemon, but she has like a little beak and she has like these sassy little arms on her hips, and she has like a
Oh.
pink, like fluffy bottom. She's super cute. We'll be posting these pictures like of our Pokemon.
I wanted her to
Uh,
be
at,
shaped like a perfume bottle.
that would be really cute. I do like that. I feel like she would be the one at my gym who would like open the door and be like like she would be like, "Do I smell something good?" Like she
Right.
would be like that.
It
And my
lures the
last
person to come
Pokemon
in.
with the smell. Yes.
Uh-huh. See, we
Of
know.
course, I thought of that too, right?
Sure.
And my last one is Gothitelle, and she's like the final evolution of a Pokemon, and she's like tall and thin and has like black things coming out of her head and like a little purple face, and she has like bows on her. She looks
She's
very
a
like
drag
avant-garde.
queen.
Yes. And she's a psychic type. And her whole thing is like she's able to kind of like confuse people and like mess with their heads and their dreams and stuff like that. So it sounds like someone I want to hang out with. She would be like my tough girl, but like
Okay.
very fashion. So she would be
So
my sixth Pokemon.
okay. So you know how like I like that team. It's very it has a variety to it. But
Yeah.
that being said, you know how like every gym leader in the anime like had like their favorite Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
Which one would yours be?
Would it be my favorite to battle with or like my favorite like to love?
I
Like
don't know.
love
Like I
on.
guess it depends because it's like I guess your favorite to battle because a lot of times like the most loyal one is always like the toughest one or like the one that like is like hard to beat, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it would be like my Galarian Rapidash,
Okay.
because they're the only one on my team that is the mixing of my two types of psychic and fairy.
Mm.
And it's also kind of like they're, you think you know a Rapidash, but then you see this one and you're like, oh, what's going on there?
Oh,
Otherwise, I
that's a
would
Carl's
say,
Jr.
oh, that's a Carl's Jr. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
make me hungry now. I want a burger. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my types. What about
Okay.
you? Let's get into this fire fighting type.
Yeah. Okay. So when you enter the Charizard Cave of Wonder and you walk
Mm-hmm.
2,000 steps up to the very top here,
Good thing
get
I
to the
did the Stairmaster today.
exactly. You get to the stage, and then all of a sudden the boxing ring encloses you in, and the flames just come all over the place. And I descend from the ceiling, of course, because you know we're queer, we have to. Uh, riding a Charizard into the arena.
Oh.
So my very first Pokemon that I chose was Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
OG classic Charizard. I mean, ultimately, I kind of chose Charizard for that alone, because iconic. A lot of people know Charizard even outside of Pokemon. Like you could recognize
Right.
it. Um, Overall, it's a badass bitch. Um, Difficult to handle. You have to be a really skilled Pokemon trainer to be able to handle their sassiness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and did you watch the anime?
Yeah. I mean, like growing up, I haven't watched it in over like 20 years, but yeah.
Right. But you know what I'm talking about, like how Charizard's
Yeah.
like this like sassy bitch who
Very
like didn't.
stubborn and sassy. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that they also do a really good for dramatic entrance. So I would
Mm-hmm.
descend from the ceiling and have him fight first. Now, he is a fire flying Pokemon, so it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have the fighting aspect into it. But I do think that Charizard could probably pack a punch somehow. I don't know. And
Yeah.
also, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Charmander, and Charizard is Charmander's dada. So Oh, duh.
Daddy Charizard. Daddy
Daddy
Charizard.
Charizard. Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God, well, flame on.
Yeah. So my second Pokemon is a pure fighting type, and it is an OG
Mhm.
Pokemon. It's not Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon, but it's Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon.
I liked her better because she had the little skirt.
Right. Now,
Mhm.
you know what's great is like
Mm.
you don't really know like what Hitmonchan is, like in the sense of like it's kind of genderqueer. Like
Yeah.
it's a fighting Pokemon. The anime voice of Hitmonchan is very deep and like sounding like it's a guy, but then they have
Mhm.
like this cute purple dress on, and it looks like really good.
That's
And they're showing
fancy.
off, yeah, and they're showing off their body. So Hitmonchan is a little genderqueer, I would like to say, and because it can pack a punch, it can learn Fire Punch. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Fire Punch. And so that would be one of the moves I would have Hitmonchan do to my
Oh.
adversary. Yeah.
Look at you, look at you, look at you
Plus,
go.
I feel like I identify as a queer person who likes to pack a punch. So,
That's true. You
yeah.
come out swinging. Come out swinging and you just don't stop.
Yeah,
Oh, watch
exactly.
out for the fire punches. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. So my next two choices are actually very similar in the sense that they are both fire slash fighting Pokemon. So they're actually
Mhm.
true to my gym, but I've never heard of them before until I looked them up.
Look at that.
Yeah, the first, and so they kind of go hand in hand with each other. The first one is
Mhm.
called a Blaziken. I don't
We'll
know.
say Blaziken. Yeah.
We'll say Blaziken. It evolves from a Torchic, which is apparently one of the starter Pokemon in one of the new regions.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be because Torchic is supposed to be like a baby chick.
Mhm.
And then Blaziken turns out to be this like firefighting chicken.
Makes sense to me. Oh man, now I'm really hungry.
Right. I was gonna say like
Fire
it's like
chicken. Oh, spicy chicken sandwich.
I was
Yum.
gonna say it's a Cajun encrusted chicken that fights.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds so good.
But like it has like its talons as its arms, and it
Mhm.
has long hair down the back here. So I chose Blaziken basically because one, a firefighting chicken just sounds amazing. And
So,
then yeah.
firefighting
And then
chicken.
a firefighting chicken. And then second of all, because it has such long hair, I would like to think that it's probably a Leo Rising because Leo Risings are known to have really nice, luscious hair. So
Well, there you go. You're
exactly.
like me. I have long, luscious hair.
Long, luscious hair. And I also identify as a firefighting chicken. Um
Oh my God, delicious and feisty. Oh, that kind of works. Yeah,
yeah,
delicious and
delicious and
feisty.
feisty. Thank you. My next one is again a firefighting Pokemon. It evolves from a Chimchar, which apparently is another starter Pokemon from another region, but it's called Infernape, and it's a fire monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a fire chicken, a fire encrusted chicken, and then I have a fire encrusted monkey that also fights. But
I
again,
might
with the
eat that too.
right, again with the Leo Rising thing, this Infernape has like long, luscious hair, and the hair is so hot that it's like blue flames, white flames. Like it looks really good. I don't know how they fight. I've never played with this Pokemon before, but it'd be really cool because I feel like what I would do is I would send them out at the same time. Now I know that's cheating,
Mm-hmm.
but you know,
We can do 2-on-2.
we could do 2-on-2. And I feel like Blaziken and Infernape would be like the two like sisters, like you know, like tag team type
Tag
Pokemon.
team. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So my fifth Pokemon, sorry, I'm rambling here. My fifth Pokemon is a pure fighting type. It's one of the OGs. It's Machoke. Machoke me, daddy.
Machoke. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you know, on one spectrum, we have the genderqueer Hitmonchan, you know, wearing a purple dress, packing a punch ball, talking like this. We have Machoke, who is like the Tom of Finland of Pokemon. It's very hyper masculine.
Tom of Finland of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could totally see Machoke in like a leather cap, just smoking a blunt, you know?
He's very much like Gym Daddy.
Exactly. He goes to the gym, he works out. I didn't,
Juice
however,
head.
Juice Head. I didn't choose Machamp because Machamp has 4 arms, and I don't know if I could really handle a Pokemon with 4 arms.
That's
So I
too
just chose,
much.
yeah, just a standard 2-armed Muscle Daddy Pokemon. Because who
Yeah,
doesn't love a Muscle Daddy Pokemon?
you know,
And then
that's normal.
that's normal. I might be
That's
going through
normal.
something right now. I don't know. And then my final Pokemon is another OG Pokemon. It's actually Charizard's arch rival, uh,
Mm-hmm.
named Magmar. Now,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who watch the anime, it's like a legendary episode where Ash's Charizard is trying to fight Magmar on Cinnabar Island where Kyle is stuck. Um,
Yeah.
and Magmar just keeps kicking Charizard's ass, and it's a very tough Pokemon to beat. But it's so cool. It's like a fire dragon. Also has long, luscious hair. Lips are constantly like this. Yes,
Always
my
doing the
name.
duck lip.
Yeah, my name is Magmar,
Magmar.
and I'm here to kick your ass.
And take selfies.
Woke up like this. So I chose Magmar as my 6th Pokemon, and they would be. Well, actually, I don't know, because I just said that they would be like my mascot, like my ride or die. But then I just said I would also ride down on a Charizard. But maybe Charizard is just like the entrance look, and Magmar is like the big reveal. Like Magmar can like come up from like the ground and be like, this is the final boss. That's what I'm thinking.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I like that. I feel I get the idea of like, oh, like you have your entrance Pokemon and then you have your like bestie.
Right. Let's be real. If you're a Pokemon gym leader, it is all a drag performance. Like it is you walk in, you have performance pieces, you tip them at the end, there are prizes that are given out. Like it is a show.
There's going to be drama. You have like a list of people who are performing that night.
Yeah.
You got to hope that, they're not going to do the same song as you, aka do the same moves and power moves that your Pokemon are doing. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I love the drama. I love it.
We love it. Now,
we love it.
I will say, you do realize that you actually have the upper hand on me in this fight.
Do I? I did not mean to do that purposefully.
No, I mean, because psychic Pokemon are very good at defeating fighting Pokemon because you can get in their head.
Well, you're so dumb.
Right? we're just a bunch of juice heads. But
what about the fire? I feel like the fire would just completely singe me.
I was gonna say, but the fire, I feel like cancels out the fairy, because I feel like fire versus fairy. I don't know.
Burn to crisp. Right? Fire fairies. Now fire fairies. Now that's
fire fairies.
I'd like to see.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's like the ultimate thing, is that we both actually just turn around and then we look at the third person. We're just like, now you challenge both of us.
we could join gyms and do a fire fairy gym.
A fire fairy gym. And then or a psychic fighting. Ooh. I mean, I do like fire fairy though. That's kind of cute.
Fire fairy. We're the fire fairies.
We're the fire fairies.
Love it. This new name of the podcast, Fire Fairies.
Fire fairies. I mean, it very much sums us up in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. That was really fun. I'm actually disappointed that that this is not real.
It's not real, but you know what? It is your truth. And anything that is your truth is technically real in this world. So
yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, see? But yeah, no, it's not real. So you can just be upset by it. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, I have to ask you this. Would you choose a Pikachu, like, to be on your team at any point?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think I would.
You don't like Pikachu? Why don't people like Pikachu?
It's not that I don't like Pikachu. It's just that, like, I feel like Pikachu gets a lot of attention. And I'm just like, you know what?
I will not hear Pikachu slander on this show.
Right. He'll come and shock my ass anyway.
Ooh.
But I would choose a Raichu, because Raichus are fun. And if you remember the anime, Raichu has this like little raspy voice. He's like, Raichu, hi.
Yeah, I mean, you could get a Pikachu and then evolve it to a Raichu.
That's true. That is very true. We'll see.
Unless the Pikachu is like, no, I don't want to evolve. Oh.
Now, one last question for you, and then we'll wrap this up here. If you know how like the gyms get progressively harder as you
Mhm.
continue your journey, where do you
Mhm.
think you would fit in the Pokemon?
Probably in the beginning. I don't think I would be hard. I don't. I think I would be fun beginning like, oh, we're at a carnival. Oh, you're going to go against gym leader Kyle. And it's me like, hello, welcome to the carnival. And Jigglypuff's like, Jiggly. Like it's just very like I can't picture me being too difficult.
I don't know. Your psychic Pokemons really pack a punch.
I know. I like to pretend that I like people to think that it would be really easy, and I'd be like, "Yes, welcome," and then I'd be like, "To prepare to die." Like it'd be very dark. It would like turn to like the dark, like, dun, dun, dun. Like like how they would do like the clothes, like
right.
in Pokemon. It'd be very like anime, like
just
yes,
your
everything's
eyes.
fine. Yeah, it's like everything's fine, and then it'd just be like, for now, like. Like it would be very that energy.
Yeah.
What about you? Where do you think you would fall? Would you be easy or would you be difficult in the Pokemon gym leader?
I would like to say like because I feel like every region has like 8 gym leaders, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I'd be number 6 in line. Like
okay.
Yeah. Like I don't think I would be like the last person you would have to battle because I feel like, there's probably someone a lot tougher out there. But I do like to think of myself as someone who would be a little difficult to manage.
You are difficult to manage. I mean,
I know.
no, I if we're gonna go like bet like where you place out of 8, I feel like I would be number 3. Like not super easy, but like so you would get the easy one out of the way, and then you have the second one that you're like, oh God, okay, now it's getting a little bit harder. And then the third one be like, oh, now you're going to a fun carnival town, and it's a little creepy, and oh, what's happening here? And that's where I pop up.
And then you're just like, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, let's be real. Like, we still have like bug Pokemon out there that would be like the first gym. Like, you wouldn't be the easiest one out there.
No.
And yes, I
wouldn't be that easy. I'm not easy.
For now.
For now. Yeah. Get ready. Hot Girl Summer is going to change things. I might end up being easy.
Very true. All right. Well, this was a very fun simulation of Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
Catch them all.
So we are going to leave it up to you guys. We are going to pit our own Pokemon against each other for you guys to see who will be the winner. And would you get the Josh badge or would you get the Kyle badge?
We'll see. Yeah. I think we'll post it in our Instagram story. So if you go to Instagram, we'll have our Pokemon go head to head, and you can choose who you think would beat each other.
Yes.
And it'll be fun. It's all for fun, as most things are on this show. So yeah, check us out on Instagram because I think we're going to get really into the Pokemon gig.
It'll be real fun. It'll be a fun poll for you guys to play with. Kyle, where else can people find us besides Instagram?
You can find us on Facebook at Fear the Queer Podcast. You can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and if you're watching our cute little faces, we're here on YouTube. Thank you. Hit like and subscribe because that's what people say, and we want to get noticed.
Exactly.
Josh, if people want to contact us, how can they contact us?
You can slide right into our DMs. That's the easiest thing to do here. You can Instagram us on our own personal pages on the Fear the Queer Podcast Instagram page.
She said come to our personal page. Slide into
my
the DMs
personal
on the
page.
Oh.
And then be trapped.
I was betrayed by the anime.
Right. Exactly. Where you cannot find us, which I think in an ironic twist, we'll probably check our email and see that so many people have reached out to us that way. But please do not email us at fearthequeerpodcast@gmail.com. Do not do it because we do not check it on any level.
That's right.
Or
I use it for
Twitter,
my
really.
spam emails. Yeah, we have a Twitter too, but I think we tweeted the first episode and we said, that's good.
Yep. And we're like, we'll be back later. Yeah.
We'll be back later. I mean, we're on Twitter, our own personal Twitters, but that's a whole nother.
Yes.
That's
there you
our
can
own
find me
jingle.
as Asian Princess 91.
And you can find me as Kyle_Parker.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
No numbers.
No numbers. Well, as always, I'm Asian Princess 91 Josh.
And I'm Kyle_Parker. And we're
Fear the Queer.
Fear the Queer.
Bye.
Bye. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Who's
I don't know
that
what these-
Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Kyle!